One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Oregon State Beavers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Reads it, fires complete. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, and throwing that strike.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Beavers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Let's go, let's go.
Right back to the well. There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Beavers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Powers through the defender. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
He's got it on the move. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
They send the tight end in motion. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Oregon State.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. On the move. It's moved. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Guys, let's take a second here and talk about Tulane. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so you've got to continue to play well within the conference.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Farrell. Going deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are...
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Beavers! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And they sniffed that draw out. When a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field, but the defensive line, the defense was not fighting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Fires to the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Starts the drive trying to go up top. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Beavers are marching down the field. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oregon State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had 0 problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Farrell. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Tulane right back to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Skips away from pressure. Turning it on. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof, if you get up now, you're dang sure going to feel them later.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the heat. Got his man. Touchdown, Tulane. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's got it. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes, and how much you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
Quickly to the tight end. Hey, midfield, he's got room. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the RPO, complete. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. He wants to throw it. He's going for the goal line. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. They'll run it. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
No, you got to be aggressive here, because if you score a touchdown, the nail is in the coffin, and this might be ball game. And even if you don't get it, they're now going to have to drive the entire field.
I'm in the lead. Everything's going right.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. They're on the left hash. You'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Beavers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it, because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Looking for a man. It's Farrell. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This Tulane offense has a great drive going.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You got to fight fire with fire, you got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Still looking on the move. Lets it fly. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Splits the uprights. It's good. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it has gone final in that fascinating Pac-12 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. FIU handled its business today, and given what this week was like in Miami, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
2nd down coming up. Now the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
The Beavers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, 3rd down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got 4th and very short, and what do the analytics say to do here, head coach?
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Grabs it inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Beaver! And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Farrell. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Sends it downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The quick out. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Tulane right back to the line. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory and looking for a huge play. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Greenway. A great catch and run for 6.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw, it's Farrell. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Handoff from the shotgun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play call.
Breaks into the open. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Coming out with it, it's Stockton. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. That's caught. It's moved.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about this.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Moves around to clear up the vision. He's got it along the sideline. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team. It's a fumble on the play. And some room to work. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Quick release by the QB. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone.
Touchdown, Beaver! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Tulane right back to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front.
Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Tulane. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, quarterbacks have to do a great job in the pocket, letting routes develop, taking their time. He does, throws the ball down the field, receiver catches it, and then does the rest, takes it in to the end zone for 6.
He gets it in there for the 2, and now they've chopped that lead down to 11. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes the catch. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles.
There he goes. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State.
Now, a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. To the air, it's Farrell. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books.